everyone, Yensid Organist here, and welcome to another episode of OrgelCraft. I hope you guys are having a great day today. So at the end of the last episode, we left off with the zoo project that I'm going to be working on over here, and also part of one of my challenges of obtaining and breeding all of the animals and getting the advancement for that. And so I thought today we would spend a little bit of time over here at the start of the episode. I have a couple of things that I want to do. One of which is I want to get a small village established. I have 3 villagers here. I call these my nether morons. These are people who wandered through a nether portal and then have spent the last several months wandering around the roof of the nether. Not the brightest villagers in the world. So I want to get a couple of houses built up in a little area for them. I think I'm going to make them all farmers because I have a ridiculous number of melons and pumpkins from the farms over in my Season 1 village that I would like to be able to do something with, and I currently don't have another source of emeralds at least ready to go, so I thought that would be a good thing to use. Then I also want to come along here and knock out some of the basic animal mobs for this challenge. So we have this dark oak forest over here, so I suspect I should be able to find sheep and possibly cows. There's a sheep right there. Probably chickens, possibly wolves, and then there's a little plains over here. Pleasant Mountain, so we might be able to find some llamas. And I don't want to spend too much time with this, but... Oh, and there's pigs. Okay. So I thought it would be fun to kind of get a few of those started, get some of the easier ones crossed off the list. So what I need to do is I want to build up a couple of little houses for the villagers. I need to do something to keep them from wandering out of this area. So maybe we're going to put like a fence or a wall right here because, as I said, morons. Knowing them, they'll wander into the forest and get shot by a skeleton or eaten by a zombie before I want them to get eaten by zombies because, you know, better trading. But yeah, so let me get a little bit of work done around here and then we'll see about getting some animals. This project has kind of taken on a life of its own as I was gathering some resources around here and just exploring a little bit of the area. I found tons and tons of different animals. So there are sheep, there are pigs, there are chickens. I believe I saw a cow over there. Polar bears. I found polar bears very close, and I've also come across some turtles, and I got them over here and have their own little pen. Now, I've been trying to see about possibly breeding them, because I know I have never done that. But I haven't had any luck, and I think it's because maybe they need sand. So let's see if we can have any luck with any of these. And I've tried feeding them recently, and it does not look like we're going to get a second one. Now, the other thing that I don't know is turtles have, like, a home that they come from, and so I don't know if pulling them too far away from their home, because a couple of these I found way off over there, will cause them to not breed here. So I'm gonna... Oh, apparently I put that in the water. Okay, that's fine. So I'm going to let them sit for a little bit, and I'm going to gather some of the other animals in the area. This was not how I had intended to spend this episode, but I feel motivated to actually work on this, so that's kind of what I am leaning towards right now. I have several pens made up here, not nearly enough, but I didn't want to break these signs because I don't have a ton of bones to be able to dye the signs, so there's that. Here is our little villager area all done up. So I've got 3 farmers going. I've traded with a couple of them. One of them, this one, needs to have his trades reset because he wants beetroot, and I don't do anything with beetroot. But yeah, so we have a nice little area here. All the houses are the same. They're not the prettiest things in the world. I realize that. They're not meant to be. They're just supposed to be a temporary little structure here so that we can establish a village so that we can hopefully start getting cats to spawn in. Now, I have not seen any spawn yet, so I don't know if either I don't have enough villages or I don't have enough space in here. I'm not quite sure what the requirements are for getting cats to spawn, but hopefully we will start getting them fairly soon. And of course, I actually need a double set. There are 11 different varieties of cats, and I need to tame all of them for the advancement, but I also want to capture and name tag 11 more, one of each variety, so that they will wander around freely, as opposed to just sitting, because that's part of what I want to do with this zoo, is to be able to have the animals roaming around as opposed to, you know, cats and parrots and wolves just sitting. I'd like them to actually be able to, you know, wander around and, you know, explore their environment. I think that makes for a much more interesting way to go. So let me work on getting some more of the animals from the surrounding area in here, and then I'll bring you guys back in a little bit. Welcome back, everyone. So I got a couple of pigs, which I have not had a chance to breed yet, because I don't have anything to breed them. We've got a few chickens here, which I did breed, and I keep tossing the eggs every time I come in here. Yeah, we got a few sheep. Several of them joined the party. I was only trying to get 2, but I won't turn them down. And then our turtles. So let's see, now that I have let a bunch of time pass, if we can get a couple of these bred up. So let's see here. This will not take it. This will not take it. That will not take it. This one will. Okay, so I suspect that these ones are probably too far away from home to get them to breed. So we're going to leave them. I actually have a backup plan, because I found a few more, and I managed to trap them in boats on beach over here. So let's see, they spawned in this area, so let's see if maybe we can get them to lay some eggs over here. I'm going to create a little bit of space here just so we have some room to work. Alright, and then ghost block, where is it? Somewhere there. Okay, so I'm going to put this in my offhand, and then I'm going to do hitboxes just so that I don't... oh, hi. Oh, that's going to be fun. Because the hitbox of the turtle is just slightly smaller than the boat. I think I can catch him right here. There we go. Okay. So now, if we switch this around, let's see if maybe we can get an egg laid. That is a no. Nobody else will take this anymore. Well, that's too bad. I don't know what it takes to get turtles to breed. Well, I guess I will leave them for now, and we'll come back and try this a little later. So, yeah. So I think that's where I'm going to leave off. Like I said, I spent way too much time on this project today, but that's okay. It's been something I've been wanting to do. I think I am going to hang out here for one more night. I've been letting my weather cycle because I'm trying to get a thunderstorm. Haven't had any luck. But if I do catch that, I will bring you guys back for what I'm trying to do with that. But I have set up a phantom trap, so I think I'm going to hang around one more night. Oh, and hey, look, they're already here. All right, let's see if maybe I can get them. Haha! Success. Okay. All right, so I do have one, and I have a name tag. I think I only have one name tag, so we're going to do that. But I'm then going to create a little house for this guy right here, so he won't burn up, and then we'll have a phantom for later. Oh, he's the one that's screaming at me. All right. Got him. Okay, so yeah, so let me finish up here, and then I'll meet you back in Arendelle. So here we are back in Arendelle, and I think trying to decide what exactly I want to do for the rest of this episode. And I think one thing is for sure, I would like to get this wall not finished, but extended. And here come the phantoms. Goodbye, my friend. Yeah, so it needs to come out this way. And then loop around here to the back. And then all the way around. Now, there's some fancy stuff as part of the wall over here, which I don't really want to get to because I'm going to have to design the building that sits up there and all of that. But I think we could probably work out a fairly large portion of the rest of this wall and then maybe get the rest of the platform filled in. So I think that is what I'm going to work on next. And I think let's do that in the form of a time lapse. In keeping in line with how my entire day has gone, not necessarily Minecraft-wise, the replay footage got corrupted, and so the nice 3-hour time-lapse that I had recorded to show you guys, gone. Anyway, this is what we now have. So I brought the wall all the way out here, built this tower up, I went ahead and extended the platform all the way to the back. I also did something that I have been wanting to do since I originally built these towers, and I brought them down 1 block. I know it doesn't look like much of a difference, but they just felt like they were slightly too high. So brought it down a block, finally got that done. And then I have the interior of the wall done as well, except for the warped signs, which I ran out of warped wood for. So didn't quite get there. Yeah. But anyway, so there went part of my plan for this video. So I'm kind of faced with a dilemma. I was faced with a dilemma. I made my decision. Because I wasn't really sure where to go next with this episode. I was toying with the idea of starting the first Great Hall, and maybe starting to lay out a little bit of the interior. And as I said, this was 3 hours worth of work, not including the resource grinding that I needed to do. So, I realized as I was working on it that there was no way I was going to get all of the wall done in this episode. But it's now Sunday night, and the episode is supposed to come out tomorrow evening. What I've kind of decided to do, though, I'm really inspired working on this wall, and I really would like to try to get it finished. So, especially now that I've lost what probably would have been about a 4-minute time-lapse and a considerable chunk of the video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm not going to stress myself out and go crazy trying to pack this video in, and I'm going to delay it by a week. So I'm going to give myself more time to work, and I'm going to finish the wall. This part over here is fairly straightforward. The design is mostly the same. There's a little bit of a an entryway, I guess. I don't quite know what the word for it is. I think essentially the castle has its own private dock over here, and so there's like an entry place there. There's another tower back here, and then the wall comes all along. And then there's a really, really big tower here, and then the wall gets very fancy over here. And so I think I want to try to see if I can finish it for the rest of this episode. Like I said, this is fairly straightforward, and I can do... I can just kind of grind away at. I will attempt to time-lapse, but we'll see what happens. But no guarantee that I'm actually going to get that in there. So I'm going to keep working, and either you'll see a time-lapse here, or you'll see a jump cut. Yeah, I'm going to get back to work. back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed the time-lapse. I've done a little bit more since then. I didn't have time to do the full time-lapse recording for all of the wall over here, so I just kind of did this in a little piecemeal as I had the chance. But yeah, so this whole side is done, minus the gate area over here. And I still need to get the warped signs on top of this. But I also came along and added some stairs up here and a little bit of iron bars as the railing. I really wish you could have, like, dark iron bars. You ever see, like, that wrought iron that's kind of black? You know, and has maybe some shades of gray in it. It would be really nice if we could, I don't know, dye the iron bars. Because I'd really like something a little bit darker than this, but I think this works for a railing. I didn't want anything quite as bulky as fences for it, but I think that it looks really nice. So I've got the interiors done in here, over there as well. I also have started filling in the stone brick here. If I can get up in the air, there we go. I have started filling in the stone brick over here and over here as well. I also went with the same little design we had in the front, this little step down and the cobblestone channel in between. Obviously, I have a long way to go, but I thought I would, when I had some time, I would make some progress on there. I feel like there's an extra iron bar. How did that get there? I have no idea. Anyway, next on the list is going to be this gate over here. Where is that? There it is going to be the gate that leads down to the inlet of the fjord here. There is a section of wall that actually extends out this way. I haven't decided if I'm going to work on that for this episode or if we're just going to stick to surrounding the castle. But that is the plan. And then once that's done, I'm going to continue the wall over here. There's really not much different. This part comes at a little bit of an angle, but I'm really just keeping the design exactly the same. And then over here in front of the castle, there's a fairly high peak that comes up, but nothing really detailed. And then we have a larger tower over here. So that's what I'm going to be working on next, and I will bring you guys back when I have made some progress. Welcome back, everyone. We got a lot more wall done here. We also have a wandering trader on the roof. Not only do we have the wall, but I have filled in all the rest of the platform with stone brick. Now, we're going to need to do some detailing and some variation on that in the future, and I'm getting really tired of this freezing up. I don't know if it's my game that's been doing this or if it's my computer. So I apologize. It's probably going to stutter a little bit here in the end of the video. But yeah, so I've been working like crazy to get things done here. The wall has extended all the way along here. We got this little peak here. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do up here. I'm not completely happy with this. And of course, it doesn't line up with the pillars down below, so I had to come up with something else. But I think it looks, I think it looks all right. I think it needs some work. And I definitely like some suggestions. But everything is done as far as the inside. We've got all of our towers done. I think I want to play with the roof of this a little bit. Because this tower narrowed a little bit more, the roof is not quite as high. So I think I might want to play around with the peak. And I still have to do the stairs over here. But we are coming along. I'll fly out here because there's a little bit of detail on the outside here. There's some windows down here that I'm going to actually outline with stone brick just to give them a little bit of contrast because it's really hard to see. But yeah, so then this here is the start of the tower that goes on this side, but as I've been kind of looking at things, I think that it actually needs to move over there. I like the shape of it, and actually, let's fly over here so we can get kind of a nice overview. If my game would catch up. Alright. So, yeah, I think it needs to come just a little bit more this way, especially because the wall that is on this side of the castle actually needs to be away, and if you can kind of see the outline that we worked out a long time ago, there's very little room there. So we're going to have to make some adjustments to that. The problem that I have now is that I have completely run out of end stone. And so I was faced with the dilemma of I have enough time to finish building or gather resources, but not both. And it was funny, I was looking at my statistics, and if we come in here to items and whoops, and times used, there we go. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, endstone bricks is now up to 20,000. The last time I looked at it, I think it was 13. That doesn't seem right. Must have been higher than that. Yeah. So I've been placing a lot of blocks, and it's going to take a lot more to finish this off. So unfortunately, we didn't quite make it. And this has definitely been a lengthy process to build all of these. I got into a nice groove of getting everything built up, but it still takes a long time. These are long stretches and lots of blocks to place in there. But yeah, so we're coming along. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to get this finished off in the next episode. I'm actually going to be traveling this week, and I'm only going to have 2 days to record, so I think we're going to work on a smaller project next time. But then that'll give me a little bit of time to grind out the resources that I need so that we can get the wall finished up soon, at least sometime in the next few episodes. So that is going to do it for today. I apologize that it's been 2 weeks to get this out, but I hope that you guys will enjoy it. We've certainly made a lot of progress around here. One thing I did notice as I was kind of flying around, the scale is definitely off. The area is too big. And what I kind of realized was that the initial part of the wall at the very front up there, it's too wide, and that kind of set the scale for the rest of the place. Now, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the fact that the scale's not quite right. Nope. I'm still happy with how things look, and I feel like it's a very good representation of what this world should be. So that is going to do it for this episode. One thing I do want to announce, I need to take a little bit of a hiatus from streaming. I've got a lot of things going on in real life, and they either are happening on Wednesday nights, or I usually just need Wednesday nights to kind of be able to relax and gear myself up for the rest of the week. So I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break. Now, I say that, and I think I said I was going to take a break from streaming last year, and then COVID happened, so who knows? But yeah, that is my plan, to take a little bit of a break from streaming for the next little while, but I will be getting back to it. I miss doing that. I miss getting to hang out with you guys on Wednesday nights, so it will be coming back soon. So if you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to give it a like and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please, I would encourage you to subscribe. Make sure you click that little notification bell so you can stay up to date on all my latest posts. Be sure to follow me on social media. Thanks for watching. See you real soon.